Hello, friends. I want to tell you about my 6-year-old son who's an amazing rider. He knows how to ride the bike really, really well. However,
Oh, look
at
at that boy. He
times,
can ride that bike so well.
he doesn't respect stop signs and swerves from the sidewalk into traffic. In fact,
What's he doing? No,
just the day before yesterday,
no.
I was following him from a distance because I could tell they're in a little bit of reckless mood, him and his buddies. And I witnessed in horror as he swerved out in front of a van. But thank God, the van was driven by a very responsible neighbor who knows that our neighborhood is full of kids. So because of that, he was safe. But on his own, he he was right out in front of the van. And as a parent, it just hurts you. But guess what? When I talked to him about that, and I talked to him about stopping at stop signs, he's almost saying like, "Dad, you're annoying. Dad, I got this." Well, guess what? When he learned how to ride the bike, when he first was able to ride without the training wheels, he said, "Dad, I got this." That was awesome, and that was the right use for those words. But when I'm correcting him and I'm talking about saving his life, saying, "I got this," lacks wisdom. So, look, that's not even okay for a 6-year-old. But if you're an adult, you got to be extremely careful. Where do you use the words, "I got this"? When you learn a new skill and you use it properly, you implement it and you say, "I got this," or where you're in front of a challenge that you're afraid of, you tell yourself, "I got this," or your friends tell you, "You got this." That's a good use of the word. However, when you're being coached and trained and corrected when you just did something incorrectly, even though you do a lot of good work, and you say, "I got this, leave me alone, stop being so annoying, boss," or even a coworker or peers telling you, "Hey, you should do this a little bit different because you're causing customer dissatisfaction," even though not immediately, but later down the road, that customer will be dissatisfied by what you just did. You started a chain of events. Let's say if you have an appointment policy and you tell the customer on a day that's not busy, "Just come on in." And then 5 minutes later, another customer calls, and now you say, "Well, let me give this one an appointment." So I'll say, "Okay, come in, it's 12 o'clock, say, come in at 1." Guess when the first customer is going to show up? At 1. And then 2 or 3 other customers come in at the same moment. So what happens is you deprive yourself of an opportunity to serve the first customer properly. And more importantly, you deprive yourself and the customer of the opportunity to create that bond, the relationship, which makes them come back. And every one of us can think of 1 or 2 customers. Think of the names right now, and I know the names come to mind. The people that just eat out of your hands because you have a relationship. So if you're being coached and corrected and say, "Hey, don't do that," make sure you give somebody an appointment, even if the calendar's completely empty, because another person will call and everybody has the same lunchtime, everybody has the same rhythm of life. Most people do. They'll show up at the same time. If you're being coached, don't say, "I got this." You're being just a nuisance. You're being a busybody. No, listen to wisdom. The number one key to success is remaining teachable, coachable for you and I. We have to remain coachable, teachable. When we learn best practices, whether it comes from a boss, superior, or it comes from a peer. So be careful how you use these words. "I got this." So when you're properly trained and going into a challenging situation, "I got this" is a great idea. It encourages you. It reinforces the fact that you do have it. You can do it. But you could be stuck in a danger zone when you're doing a lot of great work, but you don't know what you don't know. And that's all of us, really. But at first, when you're maybe 1 or 2 years into a career, you can get stuck in this danger zone and not realize it. And you can derail the work you did over a year or 2 years. In one day, you can undo the hard work you did in a couple of years because you stop being trainable, coachable. So, look, they're rare, right? They're rare events. That's why it's kind of annoying when we talk about it. So why are they focusing on the negative? It's not focusing on the negative. It's focusing on the things that keep the hard work from blowing up. You're focused on the few things that can damage the 99% that you're doing right. So we're focused on improvement, on ensuring that our career will last for a long, long time. So look, for our business specifically, similar shoes, telling somebody, well, just bring in, we recommend to bring in similar shoes to fit your dress length, the hem. No, our policy is we recommend you bring in the exact shoes. And if they don't bring the exact shoes, then we make them sign on the form, customer insisted on fitting with similar shoes. And you can tell them on the phone too, we'll fit you with similar shoes if you insist, but time, don't worry about time, because that's what people are worried about, time. You reassure them, just wait for the exact shoes. Even if you're within 4 or 5 days of the event, we can help you. Now, don't wait the day before, right? So at that point, yes, they have to take the chance, but the customer's got to be the one taking the chance. You cannot make the recommendation. Recently, we bought a dress for $250 that was the wrong length. I'm not saying anybody did anything wrong. We don't know. I'm just saying we did. So the price of the dress is not the issue. The customer disappointment is the issue. The retention, the relationship that gets damaged is the issue. We cannot be part of creating a bad experience. So if the policy is we recommend to do things right, we recommend to do things right. And right is exact shoes. Whatever business you're in, whatever the right process is, stick to it. Don't cut corners. Like I said with the appointments, do the appointment. Doesn't matter if you don't have any on the books right now, because you want to serve the customer at the highest level. If there's a right way and a wrong way, do it the right way, okay? But remain coachable, the most important thing. So what do? Understand that being coached, what do we do with all this? Sorry. Understand when you're being coached and talking about areas of improvement, it's not about focusing on the negative. It's focusing on how to keep the customer experience at a high level and how to improve it, and how to solidify our careers, how to make sure that you reach your potential. That's what we focus on. It's iron sharpening iron. I've been in business for 30 years, serving customers for 30 years, and face to face. And I still learn something new from you guys every day. Yeah. I'm astonished sometimes that I learn something new and I say, wow, I really did not know that. I didn't know that something that I used to say in 3 sentences, you could say in 1 sentence. For example, we changed a promise date question, just simply asking, is the 25th okay? And before I used to say, do you need this for a specific date? Or if you need it for a specific, or whatever. And I'd go on for like 2 or 3 sentences. And then I heard one of the ladies say, is the 25th okay? I was like, oh, wow. I mean, it's so simple, but we can't think of everything on our own. So be all ears when somebody that's been doing it for a while talks. And also, if you've been doing it for a while, be all ears when somebody new talks, because a new person brings a new perspective. So experience could be your worst enemy also. But leaders know the way, go the way, and show the way. So if you see somebody that does know the way, they built something good, and they want to show you, don't say, I got this. That's the wrong way to use I got this. Save I got this for when you listen, you prepared, you rehearsed. So you listen, you take notes, you review the notes, you use the learned knowledge in practice, and then you say, I got this. That's the right use of the word, of the sentence, I got this. But don't use it when you get stubborn, like my child, who when he swerved in front of a van and he almost killed himself, is like, Dad, I got this. No, remember, what you built in months and possibly years, you can damage, you can destroy in one day with one customer. So don't say I got this in a stubborn way, okay? And be willing to be led and be willing to lead. And only good followers, only those who display good followership can be good leaders. So if you ignore a leader, if you say you're annoying or you feel that, check yourself. You're in danger zone. Get out of the danger zone. Get your head right. Follow good leadership. Listen well. Take notes well. Serve your customers well. Be proud of your accomplishments. And Don't feel bad. Don't feel like it's something bad when we're talking about improvement. That's always going to happen. Good people continue improving. Great performers, great companies continue improving. And coaching, training is an ongoing thing. So count on being hugged. HUG. Being held accountable, uplifted, and guided. That's what I'm about. That's why I did this video for you. So have a great day.